You cannot be downtrodden by criminals who stole elections. You cannot be intimidated by people who commit crimes in broad daylight, take away victory. You cannot be. The more they do it, the more we believe in ourselves.
So guys, what Datti Ahmed said in this video must have shocked Tinubu. I mean, Datti Ahmed addressed the new rebranded Labour Party. We know that the Labour Party is no longer the Labour Party we used to know. This is now a new Labour Party. We all know that the greatest problem we have today in Nigeria is leadership. And it's because we have the poorest of political parties. They keep giving us their worst. I mean, Nigerian political parties, you know, they are not stable, they are not credible, and that is why they can just give you the highest bidder as, you know, their candidate, and at the end of the day, you will see the worst being elected in Nigeria. So I think the cleansing should actually start from the political parties. If we really want to see Nigeria work, the cleansing should start from the political parties. And that is exactly what Datti Ahmed and Peter Obi are trying to do with this new rebranded Labour Party. You know, we want to see credible people in the Labour Party. We want the new caretaker committee were being admonished by Datti Ahmed. So you just need to listen to the wordings of Datti Ahmed. Honestly, he has really sent a very strong notice to the political class, you know, about what this new Labour Party is about to do in Nigeria. Nigerians, this is the Labour Party everybody should go and register into. I mean, this one now is really headed by, you know, Datti Ahmed, Peter Obi, and those people whom, if you talk about credibility, they are the forefront in Nigeria. And Datti has charged them that this new Labour Party is all about integrity. He has sent also a very strong message to Tinubu and the rest of them. You need to watch this. Listen to the moment Datti Ahmed addressed this new caretaker committee of the Labour Party. Take a look for yourself.
To save Nigeria. The factors that led to the necessity of having this caretaker committee, again, are all too clear. Everything is backed by legitimate news. INEC had their misgivings to the extent that they had reached. That was a call for the responsible authorities to take the right steps. I'm so happy to be here to say that all the needful were done. I, like many Nigerians, feel we've been rescued. Now we have form. Now we have purpose. Now we have direction. We also have legal backing to ourselves. This committee is going to create what will give Nigerians yet another platform to replace what I call complete failure. The months are ticking. 1 week from the commencement of campaigns. This underscores the need to have the greatest political party in Africa. I'm saying this with all confidence because PDP or other parties used to pride themselves to be the biggest political parties in Africa until we met them at the battlefront. Be they two, be they great, be they big, be they rich. When they felt the heat, they resorted to switching off IREV. When they felt the heat, they resorted to writing the results and returning it manually. Finally, they breached the Constitution, changed the meaning of English language, just because of Labour Party. Labour Party, please, I invite you to realize what you are. I invite us, I remind us what we are. We're a force never seen before in African history. No. Let me remind us that. With all sense of modesty, Labour Party did what has never been done. In 1999, there was a military government backing and supporting PDP. That's how they lasted 16 years. Nobody backed Labour Party. We had our prayers, we had the support of God Almighty, we had each other. He is in Nigeria. Never be scared about what you see. The numbers in the Senate are not correct. Likewise in the House of Reps, likewise in the state assemblies. The votes of His Excellency Peter Obi and myself, don't be disappointed, they are not our votes. We got 10 million plus. Labour Party, believe in ourselves. I'm saying this because the key to success, first of all, is to know who you are, what you mean, what you can do, what you have done before. If you do that, you have value in yourself. We cannot be intimidated by people who stole elections. Each time you look at them, have it at the back of your mind. These are the people we defeated in 2023. Personally, I saw, with due respect, Alhaji Tinubu boarding and alighting from that brand new aircraft with all the paraphernalia of government, with all the air of arrogance. What did I say? This is the man Peter Obi defeated. Always have it in mind. What we did in 2023 can easily be repeated, even more. This caretaker committee is a building block to our success. You, honorable members, are key elements of that building block. I cannot overemphasize the importance of your being here. I cannot call too many times for you to realize how important every word you say, every action you take for this committee or the cause of Labour Party. What we have out there is complete failure. Complete failure. For the first time, Nigerians were calling on the streets what was never imagined, for the military to take over. What we never imagined. For the first time, they were calling for it. We believe in democracy. The only option to bad democracy is good democracy. That's what we're going to provide. We put ourselves together, provide the party structure from ward to national, make that clarion call for well-meaning citizens to come and contest through Labour Party. When we go out there to meet what I call this complete failure, this chaos that we have, no doubt in my mind, the people that we present for election are going to win in the failure that is out there today. No doubt about it. We're going to catch more states, have majority in the Senate, have majority in the House of Reps. I believe in it. I'm here representing my boss, His Excellency Peter Obi. He will come before the close. I have an excellent chemistry with the leadership. Not from today, not an age-old relationship with this committee. Some of us, we only know each other by name, but we're getting to know each other more and more and more. But like I keep saying in politics, if you're 1 today, you become 10 tomorrow. Out of each of those 10, should go out and become 10 again. Go out and become 10 again. This is possible. I thank you very much. If I have forgotten anything, I'm always available. I have spoken with my sister. She knows the kind of speaking, and I believe at the right time she will communicate what we have spoken. But right now, for and on behalf of my boss, my humble self, we give our fullest support to your committee. We call on you We call on you to have the fear of Almighty God, Almighty Allah, the love of Nigeria in your hearts, the love of your people, the love of Labour Party, and continue to believe in yourselves. You come from somewhere, you were somebody before. You cannot be downtrodden by criminals who stole elections. You cannot be intimidated by people who commit crimes in broad daylight, take away victory. You cannot be. The more they do it, the more we believe in ourselves, until it gets to that one point. Remember, CPC was reduced to one governor. The next thing they came out with 24 or 25 governors. Anything can happen in Nigeria. General Abdul Salam's government was in place for only 10 months. And they brought in this democracy that has lasted 25 years now. This democracy that APC is causing Nigerians to come out and say they prefer military regimes. I tell you, if you do the right thing, with the time that is left from now to elections, Labour Party is going to dominate Nigerian politics. Thank you very much. I hand over to Honorable Chairman, and Honorable Chairman may excuse me.
Sincerely, I am very, very grateful. We are here today, my brothers and sisters, on a rescue mission, not just for the Labour Party, but I tell you, for our dear nation, Nigeria. The interest and attention this committee has generated extends beyond party lines. The number of telephone calls I've received, not just from Labour Party members, but people from other political parties who told me that if you get this thing right, we will work together. So we have a huge task ahead of us. Our party, by the grace of Almighty God, will become a platform for all disgruntled, disenfranchised, and unhappy Nigerians. People who are not happy with the way things are going, we are going to be the platform for them by the grace of God. Therefore, we must view this significant result as a major sacrifice. We are here to serve, and that means we have to practice what we preach. If we agree and talk about cutting costs of governance, we must also reflect that in how we run our committee and how we intend to run the party. How we intend to have people who would win election, let them win on a level playing field, take over the party, and run it in such a manner that we will be able to match our words with our actions. As committee members, therefore, we must lead by example. I want to appeal to all of us here not to have exaggerated expectations. This is pure sacrifice for the short period we have. We are setting aside everything that is personal and important to us just to rebuild this party, and we are open to ideas from everyone. Each member must carry themselves with integrity. As we rebrand our party, we must be mindful that social media, particularly the new generation of obedience, are watching us closely. Their eyes are on us. Therefore, our sacrifice must be absolute. Even the choice of this modest hotel is intentional. We could have chosen a more luxurious venue, but that's not who we are, and it's not what Labour Party stands for. Nigerians are suffering. There is hunger in the land, and we must show empathy. We didn't come here to enjoy ourselves, but to make sacrifices. To lead the people, we must be willing to make sacrifices. As members of the Caretaker Committee, our mission is clear. We are here to lay the groundwork for a party that can bring real change and positive change, and also relief to the suffering masses. Our task is temporary, but it is a demanding one. Rebuilding can be more difficult than starting from the scratch. So we must roll up our sleeves, guard our loins, buckle our shoes, and get to work. Meetings may be called at short notice, so I appeal for your understanding and your cooperation. For those of us with the means, this is the time to step up and help. As I said earlier, it is self-sacrifice, and I know many of you are committed to this cause. I didn't expect to be named chairman when I went to Abia. And I was as shocked as anybody else. But I saw it as an honor and a call to serve. That is why I accepted it. As a committee, one of our first tasks must be reconciliation. We need to reach out to all aggrieved members and bring them back into the fold. At the moment, all eyes are on Edo State elections. The Labour Party is closely watching the security services and INEC. We are confident in our popularity in Edo State, and we hope for a peaceful election. Let there be one man, one vote. Let everybody's vote count. After the Edo elections, we will extend our work nationwide, particularly in the north. For those of us from the north, this is our challenge. We must work hard to show the people that Labour Party is committed to a national vision, one that seeks to liberate all Nigerians regardless of ethnic or religious backgrounds. We want to reposition the Labour Party to provide a strong and vibrant opposition, because democracy can never thrive without active opposition and oversight. Our goal is not to stir trouble at all, but to ensure that the government remains accountable to the people and that the government delivers on its promises to the Nigerian people. Through constructive criticisms, we can help ensure that Nigerians get a better deal. Our struggle is for the liberation of every Nigerian. We dream of a united, peaceful Nigeria, where people can travel freely without fear of kidnapping, where bandits no longer threaten our safety, and where the economy is strong enough for every Nigerian to live well. We envision a country where the youth are employed, where education is a priority, ensuring no child is left out of school. I firmly believe that under Labour Party leadership in this country, these goals are achievable. Not in the distant future, but in our time. Once more, I want to thank each and every one of you. And I hope that we work closely as a family. Invite opinions from outside, because we don't know it all. No one has monopoly of knowledge. The more the merrier for me. My dream is to have a Labour Party. By the time we finish as a committee, I want us to hand over a Labour Party that will be the largest party from the registration of membership we are going to conduct. I want us to have Labour Party as the largest party in Nigeria. I thank each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of us. Thank you.
So guys, we know what we are lacking in today's Nigeria is because, so guys, we know that the majority of the challenges we have today in Nigeria in terms of, the leaders that we have today is because of the poor political parties that we have. They keep giving us the worst of candidates, and that is why we are where we are today. But guess what? This new rebranded, Labour Party is taking another route altogether. I mean, they are taking another route. Even Tinubu and his colleagues and his co-hosts, they will all be shocked with what is going on in the Labour Party. This is the new Labour Party. When you talk of integrity, when you talk of, sticking to your words, when you talk about, not rigging election, not collecting money behind the scene and all those. So guys, we all know that the greatest problem we have today in Nigeria is leadership. And it's because we have the poorest of political parties. They keep giving us their worst. I mean, Nigerian political parties, they are not stable. They are not credible. And that is why they can just give you the highest bidder as, their candidate. And at the end of the day, you will see the worst being elected in Nigeria. So I think the cleansing should actually start from the political parties. If we really want to see Nigeria work, the cleansing should start from the political parties. And that is exactly what Datti Ahmed and Peter Obi are trying to do with this new rebranded Labour Party. We want to see credible people in the Labour Party. We want to see people we can hold accountable. We want to see people who ask questions, they will answer us. We want to see people who will not collect money behind the scene and come to tell us stories. We want to see people who respect the will of the people, who also carry the people along. We want to see a new Nigeria emerge, and it has to start with the political parties. I mean, purging the political parties can never be overlooked. It is one of the key things that we should be talking about if Nigeria really wants to succeed, because guess what? The APC and the PDP, they depend on the highest bidder who pays the most. We've seen them sharing dollars during primaries and doing all kinds of things. We don't want to see those replicated in the Labour Party. This new Labour Party is a rebranded one, and it's been, it's been like upheld on the basis of integrity, credibility, and all that. That's just what this Labour Party is all about. It's not just going to be like the APC and the PDP, who do not think about, the progress of this country. All they want is to keep giving us the worst of candidates. We saw what happened during the time of Buhari, a man without certificate. He ended up becoming the Nigeria's president, and guess what? He was able to stay there for 8 years. Now we have Tinubu, who has all kinds of, criminal, allegations around him and all that. He's now the president, and he's still eyeing 8 years in office. So you can imagine the damage being done to Nigeria by the political parties. The political party remains our biggest challenge, and that's why we should be talking of cleansing, purging the Labour Party so that this country can survive. So guys, you've seen that this Labour Party is no longer the Labour Party we used to know under Julius Abure, Arabambi, Apapa them and all those stuff. This one is a new Labour Party, and that is why everything is changing. This is the Labour Party everybody should actually, belong to and register in and be a part and parcel of this Labour Party. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please turn on the notification bell. Give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.
Until it gets to that one point.